Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Welcome in and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your humble host, Nate on the Beat. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment below. To all my riders in the building, what up? Happy Taco Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be going over Cop Cam. We have this wild wildebeest of a teacher that has slept with one of her 15-year-old male students. What's up with these teachers today, man? These female teachers going buck wild on these young boys, man. Like, go to the bar, baby, get you a grown man. You going after your students. What's wrong with you, you monster? So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we will get right on into the content. Cash App, $, the number one, Nate King.
You don't have anything on you? You can just grab whatever you need.
Whatever I need?
Yeah, whatever you need, like your phone, your purse, go ahead and grab it.
Is she going somewhere? Or?
Yeah, we're going to explain everything to you guys.
Excuse me, is my husband coming with?
Yes, yeah, he's taking his phone number down. We're staying in touch with him. We're just going to Downers Grove, so 10 minutes away.
No, I know, but I really would prefer that my husband's with me.
Of course.
Am I in trouble? Like, I'm oh my God.
Nah, don't start crying now. Don't start whimpering now. You did it to yourself. It ain't nobody's fault but your own, shout it.
On Sunday, March 16th, 2025, officers from the Downers Grove Police Department stopped a vehicle on the 1300 block of Hughes Avenue in Downers Grove, an affluent village on the outskirts of Chicago, Illinois. This wasn't a routine traffic stop, nor did the person driving the vehicle commit any traffic violations. So why were they being stopped then? Well, the driver, 30-year-old Christina Formella, a high school teacher, had been the subject of an investigation that had been opened the day prior. The allegations? She allegedly assaulted one of her students and believed that she was in a relationship with him.
Wow.
Hey, how you doing?
You're in a relationship with a 15-year-old? You
Do you have your license on you?
Can I?
Yeah, I'm going to explain. I'm sure you're confused. I'll explain everything to you. You're Christina?
Yes.
Okay, Christina, do me a favor. Can you step out of the car for me? I know you're confused. I'll explain everything to you. You don't have anything on you? You can just grab whatever you need.
Whatever I need?
Yeah, whatever you need, like your phone, your purse, go ahead and grab it.
Is she going somewhere? Or?
Yeah, we're going to explain everything to you guys. Go ahead and grab it. We're not going anywhere right now. Of course, yeah.
I don't understand what's going on here.
I get it, yeah. You can go grab your things.
Can he come with me?
Yes. You stay there for right now, sir. Just stay there, but yes, you can. But come on back here.
Should I shut the car off?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Goes off. Okay. Let's right back over here. So, we do have an investigation going on. We have to talk to you about it at the police department, okay? So we're going to explain everything to you there. It's not my investigation. I don't know the full details. We do have to bring you there, though, okay? So I do have to put you in handcuffs and bring you to the police department. Just a Downers Grove.
Handcuffs?
Yes, unfortunately, yes.
I'm like willing to go with you.
I get it, yeah. Unfortunately, we have to do it that way. Just do me a favor. We just take this off.
Can I ask you
Of course, yeah. It's not, like I said, it's not my investigation. Obviously, we're here for a reason. So go ahead and turn around for me. So right now, you're just being detained, and there is a detective that needs to talk to you at the police department. So we'll let, if your husband know, he can just come to the police department as well if he wants to wait for you there.
I'm like...
I get it. You have a lot of questions.
So scared.
Yeah, everything's okay. We just need to talk to you at the police department. That's all. Nothing else on your pocket right now? Anything else?
Just my phone.
Just your phone?
Here.
Okay. Okay. All right, we're going to sit in the back of this car. On the other side. Once you get to the police department, you'll talk to the detective and he'll explain everything to you.
Looks like a pretty
But
nice
you can't
neighborhood,
even
though.
give me like an idea
At the moment,
as to what this is about.
Other than that, it's an investigation. That's all I can really tell you
Our new
right now. I'm
neighborhood is
sorry.
about
I wish I
the
could tell you more.
Orange jumpsuits and a
Not much is known about
Bunch
Christina.
of lesbians.
Remember, she was arrested less than a month ago, so it isn't difficult to see why no information has emerged. But we do know that in 2017, she received a teaching license for language arts and as a learning behaviour specialist. With those qualifications on board, she would eventually go on to secure employment at the Downers Grove South High School in 2021. This is the school where the allegations would ultimately emerge from. She wasn't just a teacher at the school, she also volunteered to be the football coach, or for my US viewers, the soccer coach. So what was said to have happened then? Well, on Saturday, March 15th, 2025, the mother of one of the students who attended the school purchased her son a brand new iPhone. For those of you who don't know, as part of the setup process, you need to sign into an iCloud account, which is exactly what she did. She logged into her son's iCloud account. While doing so, she came across some messages from Christina that were in nature, and they also showed that Christina thought she was in a relationship with the boy. After this discovery was made, both mother and son would present themselves to a local police station and handed over the findings. Once a detective went through the phone, they found even more evidence that solidified the mother's suspicions, and so the next day, Christina was arrested. Police had identified that in December of 2023, the boy, who would have been years old at the time, had been assaulted by Christina in one of the classrooms. She had met him during football practice, but had found herself giving him one-on-one tutoring lessons by December of 2023.
Wow.
Her police interview hasn't been released to the public as of yet, but an excerpt has. She denied the allegations made against her and claimed, quote, "Everybody comes after me because I'm good looking. I'm a good person and care too much for the boy."
Excuse me, is my husband coming with?
Yes.
Why do women always use that "I'm good looking" as their front measurement for anything and everything they do, whether it's good or wrong? They always think I'm good looking first. So I'm good looking, this is why. I'm a good looking woman and you're hating. I'm beautiful, so that's why they want me. I'm good looking so I can get away with assaulting a teenage boy that I'm supposed to be protecting, teaching, learning, and just showing things about life, but I'm beautiful so I can get away with it. I look good so people want me, so he wants me too, so I can do this to him. Even though I'm spreading my cooch all throughout the city and nobody knows how many STDs I've been in contact with and what I'm passing around, and this boy probably has never even had a sexual experience, so he doesn't have any STDs, or he doesn't have any BV, or he doesn't have any type of NGL or NGI or whatever it's called. He doesn't have any of that stuff, but I do. I've had 25 yeast infections, 4 different STDs, 40 different partners, and now I'm gonna go slob my cooch on this young man who's never had a single sexual experience. You're wrong. I don't care how we are as men and how we in high school wanted to hit some of our teachers or whatever. It's wrong for a woman to do that to a young boy. That's wrong, man.
Yeah, he's taking his phone number down. We're staying in touch with him. We're just going to Downers Grove, so 10 minutes away.
No, I know, but I really would prefer that my husband's with me.
Of course.
Look how that's the immature response I was talking about the other day when they do that. Like all that head movement and shit is so immature. Like, you're a grown woman still acting like you're 16 years old with your mannerisms. I can't stand that shit. It doesn't have a race or whatever. It's any race of woman does this shit, and it's so annoying. Like, God, I can't even stand to look at myself doing it.
Am I in trouble? Like, I'm so lost right now. I'm
sure you are. Like I said, I can't answer any questions right now.
You know what you did.
Right now, you're being detained for an investigation, and we're bringing you to the police department. And once you get there, they're going to fill you in on everything.
I'm just gonna put your seatbelt on, alright? Unless you're able to reach it down there. want a tissue or something?
I'm feeling I'm gonna throw up.
You want a bag?
Yes, please.
All right.
Good. I hope you throw up in your mouth.
Shauna, can you grab like a bag out of there?
Possibly a truck driver. No complaints tonight, though.
Hey, can you get like a bag just in case she gets nauseous? Yeah. I don't know. Do we have any of those MSS bags like laying around the spot? I figure something better than nothing. Or here, if you stay with her, I'll go grab it.
Come on now with the fake crocodile tears. You crying because you got caught sleeping with that young boy.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
And I hope your husband leaves you and you don't get shit. Cheating on your husband with a 15-year-old boy, shout out. You tripping. You tripping. You tripping. Now you hyperventilating.
Just kind of put it on the floor here, alright?
Okay.
A few paper towels on the floor here if you need it.
Don't
alright?
nobody feel sorry for you.
Thank you.
So goofy ass.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
You got caught. You thought you was gonna get away with it, and you got your ass caught. You get what you get. Good for the mom for getting your ass locked up, dumbass.
What's up?
Good for the boy mom.
Kind of the very first one.
Christina has since been charged with 1 count of aggravated criminal sexual abuse and 1 count of criminal sexual assault. At her initial court appearance on Monday, March 17th, the judge denied the prosecution's motion to keep Christina detained, and she was released on bail. Her conditions include no contact with anyone under the age of 18, and she isn't allowed to go back into the school. She couldn't go back to the school anyway because she's also been placed on paid administrative leave amid the investigation. For those of you who want to keep tabs on this case moving forward, her next court appearance is set for April 14th, 2025, so make sure to keep an eye out for that. There should be quite a lot of coverage surrounding this case, as there already has been leading up to this point. Now, it would be at this point where I normally say a few words on the case, but because it's so fresh and given the nature of the offences, I'm going to give it a pass. But I do want to speak to parents that are watching this video. If you do have a child, then please make sure to keep an eye on what they're getting up to online, and from time to time, check what's going on their devices if you can. Remember, a lot of these young teens and children don't realise that they're being groomed or especially by people in positions of authority. And recently, I'm pretty sure if you're interested in true crime, you would have seen it too. A lot of teachers, female teachers especially, have been getting wrapped up in these kind of cases and have either pled guilty or have been found guilty by a jury and are spending decades in jail. So again, if there's one thing to take away from a case like this, it would be parents, please keep an eye on what your children are doing online, because again, they don't realize what's happening to them.
Now, yes, you do have to keep an eye on your children online, absolutely. But this situation didn't even happen online. This was his teacher, somebody who's trusted within the community to be trusted with your children, your kids, your young adults. You know what I mean? Your young kids that are about to be young adults, teenagers. We're supposed to be able to trust you, and you out here trying to get your coochie scratched. Like, come on, man. Predators have no gender. I don't care how you think it's a double standard or how you think it's cool that this 15-year-old boy was getting him some cooch. It's wrong, man. It's wrong. Why can't he get him some 16-year-old girlfriend? You know what I mean? Why can't he get him a young girlfriend and experience that with somebody who hasn't experienced it like most of us are supposed to do? I mean, most of us have done. That's how it's supposed to go. You know? You're 15, you get with a 14-year-old, she's 14, she gets with a 13-year-old boy, whatever. Like, they're in the same age range. That's how it's supposed to go. It's not supposed to be a 14-year-old with a 31-year-old adult, whatever sex each of them are. It's wrong. It's wrong, man. It's wrong. And some might even say, even though you're 19 years old, it's morally wrong to be with the 45-year-old person. I'm not going to get into that conversation because you're both considered adults at that point. But some people believe that's morally wrong as well. And you have every right to feel that way if that's how you feel. I'm not mad at you feeling like that. But somebody who is not considered an adult by the law is even worse. And in some countries where you have some weird laws where you're adult at 16, and I don't think that's right. I don't think you are an adult at 16 years old, and I don't think you should be able to do adult things at 16 years old. You know, but some countries have those laws. Some states in America have a consent law at 17 years old. I don't even think that's right. I don't think that's right at all. You know, I don't think you should be able to consent to doing adult things with people who are way, way, way older than you and stuff like that. Now, you know, they do have the Romeo and Juliet law, which is, I believe, if you're like in a relationship and, you know, she's 16 and you're 17 and you've been in a relationship and you turn 18 and y'all still in a relationship and she's a minor. I think they have laws that protect those types of situations, but those situations are vastly different from this situation. You know, and they have those protection laws for a reason. Because if you're about to turn 17 and I turned 18 and you're 16 and we've been in a relationship for a past year, they have laws to protect those kids, you know, in those situations. But that's a very different conversation than what we just witnessed and what we just saw happening. This is completely wrong. You use your sexual experience and what you know as an adult to sexually pass on a young kid, a teenager boy, knowing his hormones are crazy, knowing that you have the sexual advantage over him because you know how to manipulate. You know what to do. You know how to bat your eyes. You know how to show some cleavage. You know how to come close to a young man and approach him in a way that would be turning him on. And that's probably what you did. You probably got him cornered in a room somewhere alone, got close to him, stood over his desk, had your cleavage out. You probably did something that you know turned that boy on, because it's not hard to do. As a 15-year-old boy, when I was a 15-year-old boy, my shit would get hard like that. A woman do something like that, I'm like, oh, titties. I'm thinking about fucking some. You know what I'm saying? That's how a young man's hormones work. And even if she was dealing with young men, if she was 30 years old and she's dealing with a young adult man, she's 30 and he's 23, she knows how to turn that man on. And it's the same way you turn on a young dude. Like, I've been a young man before, so I know how easy it would have been for a teacher to make a pass on me, and I would have went for it. What? I'm finna hit such and such. Miss Patterson with the big old knockers and the fat booty and the big lips. Hell yeah, I'm finna knock those down. But that's me being taken advantage of because of my hormones. You see what I'm saying? As a young man, my hormones are going crazy, raging. I'm ready to hit something all the time. I'm thinking about it all day as a young kid. So you're wrong. You're wrong for taking advantage of that, boy, and you deserve everything that you're gonna get. And I wish the law would be more strict towards these women. I think they should actually be more strict towards women because it's so easy for them to do. Like it's extremely heinous for a man to do this because we know what sex is and we know what kind of domination happens during sex. So it's extremely heinous for a man to do it. But for a woman to do it, it's a mind game you're playing now. Because a man is still dominating you in the sex, but you're allowing him to by your manipulation. And that's a mind fuck. That's really disgusting and disturbing. And it's sad to see this happening over and over again. So that's the video for you today, man. Watch your kids, watch what they're doing, watch what they're into, watch who you allow around to be around your kids and take care of your kids, because it's a nasty, cruel world we're living in, man. I'm your humble host, Nate on the Beat. This is my beautiful show. I thank you for stopping by. I thank all the writers in the building. Please hit the Cash App, $1 Nate King. Once again, please, humbly, I ask you to donate to the church. $1 Nate King. One more time, the $sign is the number 1 Nate King. That's my Cash App. You can donate to the church anytime you want to. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below, and hit the notification bell. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the conclusion of the video. Thank you for stopping by.